Substack added a little button that puts you in charge of your Substack Notes feed, and it comes with a list of words that honestly might make you laugh out loud. One of them is literally slop. They put slop on a button, which I love. But here's the thing, a lot of you have told me when I educated you on this new button, they said, what actually do all these words mean? Slop, shilling, clickbait, no clue, totally fair. So today I'm going to show you the button, the new button, and I'm going to explain every single word like you're brand new, because you might be, and that is totally fine. And I know it's overwhelming when you're on Substack, especially on Substack Notes, the social media feed on Substack. So real quick, what are we even talking about? When you are scrolling Substack Notes, this means you would go on your newsletter and you would be on your newsletter, and most of the times it is your subdomain.substack.com. In my case, it's a custom domain. So this would be it. And then you would go with / and the notes. You would come to the notes feed, There are stuff that I am sharing, but there's of course also stuff from others that I'm sharing. And for instance, let's say I clicked on Bass, and with Bass, of course, there comes a network of people that Bass is connected with, people I'm following, then followers of people I'm following, and then again, the followers of the people I'm following and their followers. It's all about networks. So this is all about the network effect. So meaning A and B coming together with their networks, and the moment they come together on Substack Notes, boom, you can have a great exposure. You can be seen by lots and lots of thousands of millions of people suddenly. And this is a cool thing. So let us scroll through the notes feed and see whether there is something that we don't like. Of course, this is just like an example. So we're going to take something and just going to pretend that we don't like it. And there might be a reason for it. So let's maybe go with let's say this, for instance, you are the oracle. Safety is the foundation, not an upgrade. So what would you do if you would tell me, Christina, I don't like this. I don't want to see this in my feed anymore. I want to educate Substack's algorithm that I don't want to see this anymore. And there's like a little thing here flying around. Okay, so you would then, you can click on it, but you can also simply click on the X, and then you're going to see this message popping up. And it says, we'll show you less like this. Please tell us why. So it asks you a simple question, why? And it gives you a bunch of buttons to choose from. That's it. You tap the reason and you're basically training your feed to show you better stuff. So you're training Substack's algorithm that is a child, what you want to see and what you don't want to see. So you're going to have then there less junk, more good stuff, and you are the boss. So again, remember, you would click on the 3 dots, and with the 3 dots, you then can come to show me less like this, and then you're going to pick a reason. You are just telling your feed something, and this is very cool. So now, like the buttons, these are like English internet words, and some of them are weird. So let me break every single one down in plain English. Here we go. So the first one is not interested. Let me see. Yeah, I think this works. The first one is not interested. And I think this is easy, so the topic just isn't your thing. It's not bad. It's not offensive, just not for you. You tap it and you would move on. Then we have slop. We hear this all the time now with AI. This is the funny one. Slop is lazy, low effort, junk content. Think cheap filler thrown together fast. A lot of it these days, again, is churned out by AI just to fill up the feed. No real thought, real value. Pig slop, that's the vibe. This is the idea of it. So this would be slop. However, be a bit careful. Often now people say, oh yeah, you're using an M dash or you're doing this and that. This is so AI, Be a bit careful when you're then, for instance, banning someone from your feed, although this might not be a person, for instance, who is using AI, or this is a person who simply doesn't see himself as a writer and is using AI because this is the only thing how this person can write. Or for instance, he has better things to do. For instance, this person is a venture capitalist or so, and it's going to say, you know what, I'm spending lots of time in meetings and I'm simply going to go put all is voice note in Claude or so, and then create something. So be a bit careful with this, okay? When you're thinking about Slop, however, you're gonna see Slop. If you're gonna see Slop, for instance, do I have it here? No, but yeah, I definitely saw today Slop. Then you have to click it, and you have to tell the algorithm that you don't like to see it anymore. Clickbait. Clickbait. This means this is the headline that promises something huge, like you won't believe what happened next. And then the post totally doesn't deliver on the promise. So this is bait. It just wants your click and you feel tricked. You're gonna feel it, then you're gonna hit clickbait. Spam is the same junky stuff over and over and over and over again. Usually ads or repeated nonsense you never asked for, annoying, low quality, everywhere. Shilling. Okay, this is the one nobody knows, and I had to look it up. A shill is basically a fake hype man. Shilling is when someone is pushing a product or pushing themselves and pretending it is an honest recommendation when really it is just a sales pitch. Sometimes they are even getting paid for it. So shilling is like sneaky self-promotion dressed up as advice. And often this is something that you're going to see. Also, people are just linking to their products and services. If there's something like this, I would even like maybe report this, because Substack is definitely not the platform to just like promote your stuff. If this is the only reason why you joined Substack, then it's definitely going against their rules, their policy. This is not what they want. Then we have politics, elections, the news cycle, all of that. If you're tired of seeing this is the button to click. Rude, this is mean, nasty, insulting, someone being a jerk. Simple. And other, this means the catch-all didn't fit any box, then you would tap this one. This would be the idea. So the three big ones to remember is Slop. This is lazy junk. Then we have clickbait. This is a fake promise. And then we have shilling, and this means sneaky sales pitch. So why does this matter to you? Because your feed is supposed to work for you. So when you're new on Substack, the feed can feel like a fire hose. Tons of stuff, and a lot of it you didn't ask for. This little button is how you slowly clean it up. You see junk, you tell it. You see something rude, you tell it. And over time, you nudge your feed toward the stuff you actually came here for. Substack even put a nice little reminder on it. If you don't like what you see, you have the power to change it. And that is true. So you definitely have to do this. Now, one honest heads up so you're not confused. A lot of people have noticed it doesn't fix everything overnight. You might tap political 5 times and still see politics for a bit. That's totally normal. The feed learns slowly, not instantly. And also, there might be people you are following then talking about politics, as an example. Another example is, for instance, if you're new to Substack, you might see people who are educating you on Substack, as on every platform, also on LinkedIn, you would see then people who are educating you on LinkedIn. And then at some point, you might be educated. You might be the one who's going to say, you know what, I'm going to spread my wings now and fly. Totally fine. Don't be mad at these people, because in the beginning, they started helping you. And now you outgrown this and you want to see different things. Or for instance, you're interested in gardening, but then you have to sell your house or so, you have to sell the garden, then you have to go to live in a condo, but you still have like a sea view or so. So you're more interested in balcony stuff and or sea view and sea stuff, surfing stuff, you know what I mean? Like all the salty things in life, something like this. And you just simply like change your mind on what you're interested in. So again, don't be mad at this. Just like nudge it, and know that it's gonna flip a switch somehow at some point, but not immediately. And also, if you are connected to someone, then this is the reason why, for instance, it's still showing you politics, or it's still showing you, for instance, whatever, like beginner stuff or so for Substack. But over the course of time, it's gonna learn, and that is the whole thing. So we have this little button now and a handful of weird words, and now you actually know what they mean: slop, shilling, the whole gang. You're officially not a dummy anymore, at least not on this topic. This is the cool thing. If this helped, hit subscribe. I break down one Substack thing every week at least. Nice and simple, nobody left behind. So, my friend, see you in the next one. Tschüssi!